Have you ever wondered what happens when a PayPal buyer claims buyer protection against you as a seller? Imagine this. You've just sold an item on eBay and the buyer receives it. Everything seems fine until a week later when they open a PayPal case claiming the item never arrived. You're confused and frustrated, but you know that PayPal has buyer protection policies in place. So, what does this mean for you as a seller? In this video, we're going to dive deep into how PayPal's buyer protection works for sellers. We'll cover everything from the different types of buyer protection claims to the steps you can take to protect yourself and your business. But first, let's understand why PayPal has buyer protection in the first place. PayPal's buyer protection is designed to give buyers confidence in their online purchases. It essentially acts as an insurance policy for buyers, ensuring that they're protected if they don't receive an item or if it's significantly different from what was described. For sellers, this can be a double-edged sword. On the one hand, it can help to increase sales by giving buyers peace of mind. On the other hand, it can also lead to unfair claims and disputes. So, what are the different types of buyer protection claims that sellers might face? There are three main types of buyer protection claims. Item not received. This is the most common type of claim. It occurs when a buyer claims that they never received the item they purchased. Item significantly different. This type of claim occurs when the item received is significantly different from what was described in the listing. Unauthorized transaction. This claim is less common and occurs when a buyer claims that someone else used their account to make a purchase without their authorization. Now, let's talk about what happens when a buyer files a buyer protection claim against you. When a buyer files a claim, PayPal will investigate the matter. They may ask you for proof of shipment, such as a tracking number. They may also ask the buyer for proof of non-receipt or a description of the item's condition. If PayPal determines that the buyer is eligible for buyer protection, they may refund the buyer's money. In some cases, PayPal may also require you to return the item. But what can you do to protect yourself as a seller? There are several steps you can take to minimize your risk of buyer protection claims. Provide accurate descriptions. Be sure to provide detailed and accurate descriptions of your items in your listings. This will help to prevent misunderstandings and disputes. Obtain proof of shipment. Always obtain proof of shipment when you send an item. This will help to prove that the item was shipped and received by the buyer. Communicate with buyers. If you have any issues with a buyer, communicate with them directly and try to resolve the problem amicably. Use PayPal Seller Protection. PayPal also offers seller protection to help protect sellers from unauthorized transactions and other issues. In addition to these steps, it's also important to understand PayPal's seller policies. PayPal's seller policies outline the rules and regulations that sellers must follow. By understanding these policies, you can help to ensure that you're in compliance and minimize your risk of disputes. So, what happens if you're facing a buyer protection claim and you believe that the claim is unfair? If you believe that a buyer protection claim is unfair, you can file a dispute with PayPal. In your dispute, you should provide evidence to support your claim. It's important to note that PayPal's buyer protection policies can be complex. If you're unsure about how PayPal's buyer protection works, or if you have any questions, you should contact PayPal directly for assistance. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.